Hello beautiful people. Today I'm doing this Siren makeup look that you're either gonna love or hate depending if you think my scales look like warts or not. I've been obsessed with mermaids since I was a little girl, and when I released my brand Sireni, they were the inspiration over the whole brand kind of aesthetic and ethos. And I did want the skin to look really natural, so I'm starting out with Sireni Overnight Overhaul. While I do usually use this product overnight, it works so good under makeup that I really like to use it for that purpose, to prime for makeup. And later I'm sticking pearls and scales on, so I want something that really nourishes my skin. Now I'm using some makeup, just concealer and foundation. It's very sparingly over kind of from my eyes up because I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow first before moving on to the rest of the face. Now typically when you think of like a mermaid or siren makeup, there's lots of blues and aquas and maybe multi-chromes and like the fishnet technique for the scales. I wanted this to be a little bit more on, I guess, the realistic side, which is funny because there's still a lot of makeup involved and I have fake scales on my face. But I think when I think of a siren, in mythology, sirens are mermaids that lure fishermen to their death with their song and their beauty. So I imagine them to be incredibly alluring and sexy, and that's what I'm going for with the eye makeup. I'm doing that siren kind of makeup look without any harsh lines, so I'm not using like the liquid liner for this one. I'm just doing an intense smoky eye on the outer upper eyelid and then the inner lower eyelid, and then the rest is going to kind of be kept like a negative space, as you'll see, which I think ends up looking really cool and gives a little bit more of a modern look. So sirens in my eye are ultra feminine, ultra sexy, but also very powerful, confident, and they have that dangerous aspect, of course. I don't think they're evil like the myth says, but that's why I really took that archetype that I feel they represent and applied that to my brand Sireni. So the name Sireni obviously is like derived from the word siren, and the way you say it almost sounds like the word serenity, so I really did end up just falling in love with the name Sireni for my brand. Now a little bit about the lashes. So I'm taking these little cluster lashes, and this is a really good siren hack. Apply the first couple of clusters underneath your lashes so you get that kind of slim, elegant length to your eye, and then as you move toward the outer part of the eye, apply them above so that you get the lift that you want for that siren makeup look. And another little trick that I do is I start to overlap the outer clusters so that they get more thick and full at the outer edge to enhance that smokiness that's there as well. You can see there's a lot of glue building up because I had a lot of lashes placed there, and that gives a really kind of sexy, heavier look to the outer part of the eye, and it's also really lifted because they're applied above rather than below like the inner corner is. And the result is that super sexy, feminine, alluring, mysterious siren eye makeup look that I absolutely love how it came out. So now I'm putting a little bit of foundation over my skin, and just a little bit because again I love my natural skin to show through, even though this is a Halloween makeup look. I just don't like wearing too much foundation these days typically, and thanks to my product Overnight Overhaul, I've been really embracing my skin the way it is a lot more. Now here is where I start to add a little bit of glimmer, and instead of that duochrome like glimmer that's very common in Halloween looks for mermaids, where there's like different shifts of green and aqua and blue or pink or whatever, I'm just gonna stick to the kind of white pearlescent glimmer, because I feel like a real siren would be very silvery and nude colors and pearls and stuff like that. So yeah, contoured the skin. I tested out just a kind of natural glossy lip. I'm gonna do the other side of my face once I've figured out exactly what color I wanted, because I practiced the eye and the scales, but I didn't practice like the lip. So here I'm going to share with you how I made the scales. Now I did this the night before, but you can do it like 3 or 4 hours before applying them. Take a Flesh Effects gel. This one is by Ben Nye. I almost said Bill Nye. This is a really great special effects product for all different types of special effects work. It's not expensive, and you could probably DIY it yourself because it's got a gelatin base, like I said. So you heat it up in water, you just put the bottle in boiling hot water, and then it kind of melts so that you can create drips or scales like I've done here. And then it sets quite quickly, but I heated the plate and I applied it on some baking paper so that it would be easy to take off. Then when I was ready to apply it, they're very sticky, so any eyeshadow that you put on top kind of adheres really well. Then you just coax them off very delicately and with something blunt like your finger. Don't use anything sharp because they can rip or tear. And to adhere the scales, I just used my waterproof lash glue. It worked pretty well. Still lift and move them if you don't like where you place them. And I did my scales in an upward direction to match the lifting of the eye. So practice the scales. You can practice just drawing on circles on some paper until you find the pattern that works for you. When I first practiced, I was keeping it very uniform and almost geometric, where they were kind of in straight rows. I found that doing it more organic looks more natural. Now I'm adding a little bit of shading, using the contour powder as well, and that's just how I did the scales. So I chose a bit above the eyebrow and then on the cheek for this side. On the other side I'm going to do it just around my temple area. Now I wanted to use some gel to create like that wet look where little pieces of my hair are stuck to my forehead and kind of wispied by the ocean on my forehead in a messy way, but also decorated with pearls. So I'm going to take those little pieces of hair around my hairline and then use glue to stick Swarovski pearls in 2 different sizes. Pearls are my favorite, gemstone or natural stone, so I love how this looks. Kind of gives you a beautiful, feminine, barnacle look. I feel like this makeup would have been really cool for the Pirates of the Caribbean mermaids. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So now I'm doing the other side, and I sped this up really, really quickly, but I love watching the transformation in fast forward. It looks so cool. I really am so pleased with how the eye makeup came out. I can't wait to try this technique with different colors and wear it with a more natural, just out to dinner or something, Doing this makeup was just so fun as well. I haven't, done a dramatic makeup look in a very long time. I have just been itching to bring this vision that I had of the siren or the mermaid to life, and I feel like I just love how it came out. I really hope you guys like it as well. I love how feminine it is. It made me feel so beautiful wearing this makeup, even though people said it looked like I had warts on my face. I don't care. They're glamorous warts, aren't they? They're beautiful, feminine, pretty warts. Don't at me. Oh my god, I wish I was a siren. I wish I was, Would love to live in the ocean. Actually, that terrifies me, to be completely honest. The ocean is like this, it's scarier than space. Do you agree? So sticking the hair to my face, trying to keep it a bit irregular, like the other side. One piece of my hair is swept all the way across the other side there, adding those pretty pearls, super feminine and beautiful. Now applying a little bit of body makeup and mixing it with this glassy highlighter, which worked really well. I think extending the makeup all over your body, whatever is visible, is really important for this look. And then I also applied blue contacts, and these really made the look. I did used to have white ones, which I think would look really, really cool, but any color that you want. And then I ended up hand drawing the gills. Like I said, I tried to make my own using Scar Wax, which is like a putty special effects product, but it was extremely difficult, so I ended up just drawing them on. Different shades of eyeliner in grays, like this liquid liner for the sharp line, and then highlighting with a white eyeliner and concealer to try and get more of a 3D effect. But if you really wanted to, and if you had time to prepare, maybe you could make your own prosthetic, or definitely order prosthetics from a special effects store. It would look super cool, but I really wanted this to be doable for people at home, so that was important to me, and that's why I ended up doing it this way. Also, I'm just not that good at prosthetics. So that's it. This is the final touches I'm doing. I would pair this with a shell bra and maybe some kind of netting on the legs as a tail. Ta-da! That is the finished look. My 2022 Halloween look for you. I present the Siren. Now you can accessorize with, these are vintage shells that I purchased off of Etsy. So many cool costume ideas you can make. I mean, I did definitely not go as far as to do a tail or anything like that, but I'll leave that up to you. I will actually not be getting dressed up on Halloween day. This is all you guys are getting from me. I'm so sorry, but I did film my removal process if you're curious how I care for my skin after wearing a dramatic makeup like this and, you know, applying glue to my face and hair like I did. Then follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be sharing that there and on my TikTok. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Happy Halloween! Before I go, make sure you check out the description box. I've got all my links there. And don't forget to thumbs up and leave a comment. See you next time!